Hello guys, today's question is number of dice roll with the target sum. The question says that you have n dices and each dice has k faces numbered from 1 to k. Given three integers n, k and target, return the number of possible uh, to roll the dice so that the sum of the face up numbers equal to target. So we have to answer modulo 10 to power 9 plus 7 because answer become be very large. So let us understand the question with the first example here given with n equals to 1, k equals to 6 and target equals to 3. So here given n equals to 1 and k equals to 6 and target is equals to target is equals to 6, target is equals to 3. Okay, target is equals to 3. So here given one die with six faces. Okay, so let's suppose we draw a die, uh, but we can draw into the 2D plane. So that means is a die. Okay, and he has six faces, only one die, and mark 1, 2, and 3 also put all the sided. So we want to return the number of ways we can reach the target sum. So in how many we reach the target sum, which is 3? So only one ways because we have only one dice. So if we roll a die and the face value is 3, so only face value is 3 reach to the target sum. So number of ways equals to 1. So here answer equals to 1. So let's take another example which you clear more. And so another example, n equals to 2 and k equals to 6 and target equals to 7. So let's take example second, which is n equals to 2 and k equals to 6 and target equals to 7. That means we have two dices. We have two dice and all dices all dices have 1 to 6 marking. That means k 6 faces on it. Okay, six faces, two dice we have given here, and we have to return number of ways which has the target sum 7. So let's suppose we throw a die, these two die. If first die come in the face value which is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and second die face value become 2. So this is the possibility when add them resulting to 7. Another possibility, what is the another possibility? Let's suppose first die has 6 value on the face and second die have the face value 1. Then this is another possibility when we add these numbers on the face value, we get the 7 as the final sum. And let's suppose take another case which is first die has the 4 face value and second has the 3 face value, and if we add them we got the 7. So that means there is a various cases. So let us draw all the way how many cases are possible on in this particular example. So here let's suppose if we take 3 on first and 4 on second, then the sum becomes 7, both of these. And first value, first is 2 and second has 5, then also this is become 7. And first have 1 on the face value and second has 6 on the face value, then is this become the 7. So there is only 7 cases, 7 number of ways possible, which gives the there are only 6 possible ways which gives the 7 as the resultant target sum, which is the given sum. If we take another, let's suppose here we first give 3 and second give 2. That means the sum is 5, which is not target sum, which is 7. So this is not included on our answer in the case. So if we have two dices and all dices have 1 to 6 faces or 6 faces, and target sum is 7. So there are 6 cases possible, which will lead to the sum 7. So this is the a simple explanation of this, how we going to approach this question. So you got the idea, this question is solved using the dynamic programming, because um, we have to analyze all these cases, and if we write a recursive solution, that will be the lead to time limit exceed. So here we write first a recursive solution, then we memorize to a DP solution, so you can understand clearly. So let us discuss how we going to the approach this question. So here we given n and k and target. So at I see, we going to all these. So we going to, if n is 1, that means 1 die, and n equals to 2, that means 2 die. So we have to travel each of these die. So n vary to all of the, because that means we vary to all the going to the all the dices. So here a first variable is n, and second variable is target somehow. So let us write the code which is clear more you. So simply return, we call a function which is solve this value and return value. So we call n minus 1, that means we here we going to the play with indexes. So we going to n minus 1, that means 0 to n minus 1, that means total n dices. So that how we write n minus 1, and k and target. Okay, target, and we call this function. So we write function here int solve, and here we write int index, that means this index we going to 0 to n minus 1 index, total n index, because we traversing to each and every dice. So n index 0 to n minus 1. So that's why we return n minus 1, and k here, and target sum, targ target. And now in this, what be the recursive solution? If we reach the last to first, we going to traversing to last index to first index. So if we reach the first index, that means index equals to 0, that means we reach the first index. So what we do here, if target greater than 0, and target less than equals to k, that means we return there is a possible case which will be lead to the our answer, which is, that means then we return 1, that means there is a one case. So if there is not target, that means target less than 0 or target greater than 0, if reach and index is equals to 0, that means there is no possible case, so that we return answer 0. So now this is the base case finished. Now we declare a variable answer, which is the give our answer in the final. So we in this we traversing to going to the all phases, which phase we take. So we traversing int I equals to 1 to I less than equals to k phases, which phase we take. So I 1 to k phase, I plus plus. And this for loop, inside for loop, if target is greater than equals to I, that means target is greater than all phases, uh, that then we proceed, because if target is minus 1, that will not proceed. So that's how we uh, take a condition. If target is greater than equals to 1, then answer equals to answer plus, what will the here we solve, again call the recursive function, which is solve index minus 1 for the back, and k and target is minus our the current key value, which is I, and that's how. And this is the uh, our recursive solution, and finally we return answer. And one thing you notice, that we have to return modulo 10 to power 9 plus 7. So we also create a variable which is this calculate int, uh, which is mod equals to 10 to power 9 plus 7, which is 1e9 plus 7. Okay, so and each every step we calculate our mod, which is not lead to the overflow condition. So that's why we calculate each step mod value. Okay, mod, and here we also calculate the mod value, mo mod. So if we run this, that will lead to the time limit exceed. So let's suppose okay, let's suppose this test case, which is n is equals to 30, gives the time limit exceed. So let's remove this and run for two these cases. So if we run for these two cases, then we an answer will be accepted. But if we run of this, which is the n equals to 30 case, n equals to 30 and k is equals to 30, and target equals to 500, which is here given third test case. So if we run for this, then we get then we what we will get finally. Okay, then we get time limit exceed, because I before said that this you will time limit exceed. So to avoiding time limit exceed, we going to memorize this solution to the dp. So now to write dp code, we define, because here we two variable changes in the you can observe in the solve function, two variable changes, which is index and target. K variable not changes, that means 2d dp, here 2d dp. So what we do here, we declare a 2D uh, vector vector int dp of size, which is n, size n, and another vector int and target plus 1 minus 1, and we declare each and every value minus 1, and we pass this dp to the our way, which is a function. And now this dp is passed to the our solve function by reference, so by reference pass. And in this, after the base case, if check if there is a dp of index and value target is not equals to minus 1, that means already calculated, then we simply return uh, this value, which is the dp of int and target. Okay, return this value. And after calculating this value, we also at the end we initialize to dp of index into target if there is not present. So after doing this, our solution is memoized. Now if we run the code, so what will happen? There is a some mistake which is given. Too few argument call function expected 4 and gives 3. Okay, okay. That means some mistake. Here we not do the dp. So now let's suppose run. Oh, okay. Now we've run the code, then solution will be the accepted. Now submit the final submit of the code. Okay, so the final submission our accepted. So you can see the which is the bits is 85%, which is the average, not a bad. So that is how we approach this question using we also you have also done this question, which is the target sum question in the dp solution. So you can relate this question to that question. So I hope you understand this question clearly. uh, Thank you for watching.